All right, everybody, welcome back. Firestarter Coffee Podcast, episode 10 or 11, one of the two, I don't remember. I just got home from work, and I'm just going to go off rip, as they say, I think. I wrote down some notes from the past couple of weeks, some things I wanted to touch on. It's been a very eventful past couple of weeks. One in my own life and in my business and in the world and in the country. So those are some pretty big topics to hit on. I'll just kind of briefly hit on everything, and if you guys are interested in following along, it'll probably be about 20 or 30 minutes while you're I don't know, on your way to work or coming home or playing Xbox or just chilling or need to kill some time. Let me try to fill your ears. So yeah, I have some thoughts on stuff that's going on, things that are going on with me, business things, and I have some kind of business perspective stuff. Not totally advice, but maybe just maybe something you can try to deploy in your own life that might help you with the way you think about business if you're starting a business. But I'm all amped up. I just got home from work. I'm tired, but I figured I need to get this done because there's a lot of stuff I want to say, and I'm just gonna go for it. I have so much going on. I don't have the time anymore. Like when I wasn't working for a while because I got laid off earlier this year, and I had a lot of time. So I was making a lot of videos. I was making YouTube videos, TikTok videos. I was doing this podcast that no one really watches anyway, but I was doing it once a week. It was a good exercise for me, and I'm hoping to continue doing it as much as I can. I think it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I did the last one. I recorded one last week, very fresh off of the Charlie Kirk murder and some of my immediate thoughts. And I didn't upload it because I just thought, I'm not a political person. I'm not a political voice, really. I don't want my business to be associated with politics. And I know no one really, I don't have that big of an audience, but something just didn't really feel that right about it. There's plenty of people out there that can speak more eloquently than me, and I'm not sure if I'm adding anything new to the conversation. I'm not really a leader in that world, and I don't necessarily want to. I will say a couple things, but I don't want my coffee business is not aligned with a political party. We're not making any grand statements. I want to bring people together. I don't want to divide people and rile people up. And the country is in such an unhealthy state. At least if you're looking online, that's a whole other thing. If you're looking online or you're paying attention to politics, it's such a nasty time, and it's such a time of, politics has always been about mudslinging and being nasty towards your enemy, and not really making sense or not really doing things with any good logical reason. It's always kind of been like that. It just feels like it's worse now than ever before after the recent events. The video I recorded last week was basically, I was just saying how, and I guess I still feel the same way, is just how disappointed I've been with our country's lack of ability to deal with tragedies in an emotionally mature way. Feels like there's no adults left in the room anymore. Even the adults are not acting like adults. It's really pathetic. I really disgusted in almost all politicians and the way they try to twist tragedies to find some political gain. And it's really frustrating watching people online fall into that trap and playing into that themselves, and using it as an excuse to either prop yourself up or position your opposition as the enemy. The other big point I wanted to make was that, if you live in America, we're just all Americans. We're really not we all really basically have the same hopes and dreams and aspirations and things we want for our personal life, for ourselves and our families and our friends, and how we want to spend our time. Like we're so similar. It's so pathetic that we like judge each other. You have family arguments. You have people that can't end friendships and relationships and all that based on some stuff that's going on somewhere else that really doesn't have anything to do with your life. I know it does. That's an exaggeration. Everything affects everything in some way. But I've been really, at least when I'm online, I get stressed out and I'm really discouraged and I'm really just frustrated with everything. But when I go out in the real world, when I go take a walk or I go talk to people, I talk to a lot of people. Like, I run a business, so there's so many different opportunities for me to talk to people, and people are just generally friendly. We're all so alike. It's so, you would never believe it if you spend all your time on the internet. Like, you got to get out. You got to get out of there. And I've had so many conversations recently with people with all sorts of different opinions and ideologies. And what's interesting is that when you're talking to people in the real world, no matter really who they are or what they believe, like, they can all pretty much agree that a tragedy like what happened is horrible, it's terrible, it's evil. And the same goes for every similar tragedy like that has happened over the years. There's no reason to turn it into like a political divide. Like, you can't mourn the death of one person because you're on one political side of the aisle. It's always sad and heartbreaking. Anyways, I think that's where I want to stop on that. It's been just a really weird couple of weeks. It's been tragic. It's been sad. It's just been weird. I mean, I've been having so many conversations about it every day. It's weird. Like, everyone is affected by it or thinking about it, or and I'll just say this: I consider myself a religious person, a Christian person. I don't care if you are. But that's just what I believe personally. And I pray most nights. When I remember, I pray. And I pray for the tragedies that happen and all the people that are involved. I pray for, I always pray for people that I am at odds with, or I disagree with, or I feel are my enemies who are doing evil. And I think maybe if we could all... if we could all just do that a little more and just maybe think of our opposition or our enemies, maybe we could understand them a little better, or find more ways to connect than to make them continue thinking of them as our enemies. I don't know if that even makes sense, or that probably just sounds really corny, but it's just kind of the gist of what I've been thinking over the past couple weeks. Now, I do want to switch gears because, I don't want to hang on that forever. And I'm not an expert. I'm not someone, and none of us are experts. None of us know the real facts about so many things that happen, but we love to speculate. But I'll leave that to you. I'll leave that to you guys. Aside from that, I want to talk about my business. I want to talk about the few weeks we've had. A lot more activity in terms of like online, or I mean, it's not like a ton. I'm not like super successful by any means, but more activity with online orders and wholesale orders. And I'm in a coffee shop. I'm selling bulk quantities of coffee beans that I'm roasting to stores for them to stock, and also a coffee shop for them to use for their coffee. Like brewing coffee and serving to people. I'm still doing the farmer's market every weekend. Still selling coffee there, bags and cold brew that I'm brewing. and I really am trying to think of even more ways to grow. I really want to expand my online kind of presence and do more advertising. And as we get into the fall months, when the farmers market dies off, I'll have less labor, less to do, and I'll have more hours available during the week. Right now, things are just crazy. I'm working like most days. I work like around 9 hours a day at work. Plus I have my commute, and then I come home, and then I do coffee roasting, and then I'm at least trying to relax for an hour or two, if I can too. So I'm having a hard time squeezing in time for videos and for growing. I've just been kind of maintaining the business. So I think I lost track there. I'm so like all over the place right now because I'm so busy. And my brain is just firing all day long, and at the end of the day, I'm just completely dead. So that's why I came home and I pretty much immediately fired this thing up and trying to get all this out. So that's kind of an update where I'm at in my business. I had a thought that was business related that might be helpful to you guys if you're starting out, or maybe you're just struggling with your business if you're just getting going, because that's kind of where I'm at. One of the things that has helped me is kind of seeing it as if it were like a video game. Because when you're playing a video game, like I'm gonna use RuneScape as an example, because when I was a young kid, and even older, actually during COVID, I actually got back into it because they like released the mobile version. They released the mobile version, and I got back into it like hardcore for like maybe a year or two. But in that game, if you guys are aware, you have to there's a lot of grinding. There's a lot of, especially at the beginning, there's just relentless grinding and doing repetitive tasks for just a small reward, just over and over and over and over and over again. And if you just put your head down and you just spend the hours clicking and moving back and forth and grinding, like maybe you're mining some coal, or mining some whatever, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna click and you're gonna get your coal, and it's just gonna be you're gonna go to the bank, or you're gonna go to the like the world. It's called the Grand Exchange. You're gonna go to the place where you can sell your items on the economy of the world you're in. You're gonna collect your items out in nature. You're gonna come back. You're gonna sell them. You're gonna get a little bit of money, but you're gonna do that back and forth, nonstop, just a little bit at a time, until sometime later you pop your head up and then you have, a few thousand gold. You have a few tens of thousands of gold, and then hundreds of thousands of gold. You just have to do it over and over and over and over and over again, a little bit at a time. It's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right now with my business. And sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, but I feel like I just have to put my head down, grind it out. I'm doing a million different little things, little trickles, consistent trickles of money coming in, and I'm just consistently working, and I'm just kind of pushing myself, and I'm trying not to focus on the fact that I'm like exhausted and and my brain is fried. Like, I'm trying to just push through it, grind it out, get those little trickles, and then eventually I'll be able to pop my head up and I'll be able to have maybe a nice little like a pool of money that I could use to invest back in the business, and I can maybe make things a little easier on myself, and I can start doing bigger things for bigger amounts of money in less amounts of time. As I like level up, like in the video game, you're gonna level up. Things are gonna get easier, and the better you get, you can do more high value things in lower periods of time. That's kind of like the basics of progression in any video game. It's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. One of the pitfalls that I fell into, and then I think a lot of people fall into, is you're on the internet, you see some influencer or some celebrity launch something, and then immediately it's massive. This is not how life works for the vast majority of business owners or business people. It's going to be a slow, painful grind for many years. It's going to be miserable and exciting and fun, and it's going to be all the things. That's part of the adventure of it. The other thing is that when you're the difference is when you're playing a video game and you're grinding it out, you have a guaranteed return on the effort you're putting in. So you're constantly rewarded for the time you put in and for the effort. But in real life, in business, it's not exactly like that. You're going to put in a ton of time, a ton of effort. You might not get anything back. But eventually, if you bust your ass hard enough and you just are relentless with it, you're going to get a little bite here and there. And it's going to slowly starting to build into more and more. That's kind of the path I'm on right now. I have a lot of little bites, little trickles of work or like income for the amount of work I do. So I'm just trying to stay true to that path. Even though it's more risky than playing a video game, it's not as immediately rewarding. I know there's a reward on the other side, and it's going to be continuing to build something that's I think is awesome and cool and fun. It's a great way to spend my time, even if it makes me tired and frustrated sometimes. It's still like fires me up at the same time and like fills me with some kind of like fulfillment. It's like, it's different from working a regular job, which I am doing too. But that work is cool because I'm working for someone I know, doing a really cool work, and I'm helping to build something that's really, really cool. So I'm trying to do it all. I'm passionate about everything I'm doing right now, which is a good feeling. It went from being a really horrible year work-wise since when I got laid off, and then I was just trying to get my business started, to now things are going pretty good, but I'm exhausted. I don't have any time, I feel like, ever. So I was really talking a lot. Sorry guys, I'm gonna give you a few seconds of quiet. So yeah, I want to just reiterate how important just resiliency is when things are going bad, because things are not bad forever. I'm really grateful to be in a period where things are going good, because there've been very long periods of time where things were not good. Things were just straight up bad. So I'm going to take it while I can get it. I know the hard times will come again for sure, but I'm going to take it while I can get it and try to keep myself steady. Aside from business stuff, this is more coffee related too, but I got some coffee samples. They're unroasted green coffee. I got a Nicaraguan, Colombian, and a Honduran. I need to roast them about medium. But each of them I need to roast about medium and dark. So I can add some new varieties to the lineup, and I want to offer an official dark roast because it gets requested a lot, and even though I'm not a dark roast person, I know people are. So I want to find one that I know is a good quality, that works, a good bean that works well as a dark roast that I enjoy too. I don't want to, because I don't want to start making something that I don't enjoy. It's gonna take the fun out of it. It's gonna take the enjoyment out of what I do. And I have enjoyed some dark roasts in the past. They're just not quite as good to me as like a medium, like a light to medium roast, because there's not as much flavor. It's just kind of a dark, smoky, burnt bean, which can be good sometimes. So I want to try to figure that out. for you guys, expand my lineup, add a dark roast. I know that's really popular and a lot of people request it. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to I don't know what I'm trying to do. What do I have to do today? I have to Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna make a couple TikTok videos, some ideas I had for some like coffee drinks. Like I'm gonna taste some new coffee drinks. I'm gonna mix my cold brew with like lemonade. Someone gave me the idea, so I need to try it and make a TikTok tasting video out of it. It sounds disgusting. It's actually sounds so gross, but it also I was thinking about it and I was like, we can mix like lemonade and tea. So like maybe if I put make lemonade with like maybe a little extra sugar or syrup, and maybe I dilute the coffee a little bit, or like I use a maybe I don't go half and half with the coffee and lemonade. I don't know. It could be good maybe, but I'm gonna try it out. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go eat dinner, or no, I'm gonna go work out, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna have an hour or two to sit and relax and play Xbox and try to have a nice evening. Been a really weird, really weird couple of weeks, guys. Really weird. Bad, like just the other thing I wanted to say, if you guys, if you're still listening, is that I think it might be a trap, and I don't think I'll ever do this. Is when people endorse a political candidate for anything. I think it's a trap, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because of the crazy time we're at. It's something I've never done, and I don't know if I'll ever do because even if you even if you think someone's gonna be great for whatever thing, and you endorse them, they're always gonna do something that you don't agree with and that you don't like, and then you're gonna feel weird. You're gonna be like, well, should I call them out on it? Should I admit that they did something I didn't like, which most people just won't do for some reason? Um, and then whenever if you endorse someone and they do something that like everyone doesn't like, and then people who don't like him are gonna or her are gonna come after you, uh, and then you're gonna be like, well, I didn't, I just see this like nonstop, like on both sides. Where like people love saying like, hey, you voted for this, like on both sides to other people, and I'm like, I don't think people are voting for every single thing that any politician does. I think they're just voting for uh someone they think is just more aligned with them. And but really, like when I've been thinking about this a lot, like I just really think that politics is it's just inherently an immoral business to be in. Being like, if you're a politician or you're making political decisions or like government decisions, it's just inherently you're gonna be doing some immoral things or some things that are wrong, no matter what. It's just a nasty business. I mean, in the business of governing a country or a state or whatever, it's just it automatically comes with doing bad things. Like no matter what, who is doing it, no matter what the political, it's just automatically. I think it's getting weird where we're like we're like applying morality to politics so much, and then we're using that as a way to like prop ourselves up and like tear down our enemies, which is such a stupid idea. When we're all living in the same country. Uh, It's really weird. And it's also really weird how like literally everything, like we literally like love comparing everything to like Hitler in World War II. It's so weird. Like that's the go-to. It's weird how that's the go-to. Like everything. I'm talking about both sides here. You know it. You know it happens. You know you're on Twitter and you're watching it. Like you're watching this. So I'm not crazy. Anyway, I'm really trying not to get too political, but like I feel like I'm going crazy, like watching everyone else go crazy. Like, but everyone I talk to is like, yeah, everything's crazy. Like no matter what, no matter what they believe. Yeah, I just had to get that out. It's weird. Everything's so weird. Um, but I think that's it. I think I gotta go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna air this one either. This is real. I was way all over the place. I'm usually not so talkative either. I'm just hyped up all the time now. I'm drinking coffee nonstop throughout the day, just trying to keep going because I'm so tired all the time. But I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are doing okay, and hope you're not arguing too much with your friends and family. And I hope you guys are working on your business or working out some ideas, or that might turn into a business, or maybe you're making videos or something. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go now. I got even more shit to do. Bye, guys.